Hello, Viviraturu here again. In this project, my team and I decided to build a health app that allows users to perform code operations on a MongoDB database. And this app will store for collections, that is the exercise, meals, sleep, and water. The first thing we did was to install our repository in the VS Code, and then we initialized our Node.js by creating a package file to manage dependencies. And then we install the necessary packages, like, let me just open my, yeah, we install the necessary packages like the body parser, the corals, the .env, Express, Express Validator, Health Tracker, MongoDB, and so on. So the next thing we did was to create our structure, and this is our structure. Yeah, these are our structures: the controller, the data, the routes, and then we have our server.js here and middleware to store our validation. The next thing we did was to add our database connection string to the env file here in the env file. And then to keep the env file secure, we excluded it from GitHub using the git ignore. So here's our env file in the git ignore. We have so many files here. Here are all the files in the git ignore, and here we have our env files. Okay. So after that, this is our server. This is the setup for our Express server, which connects to the Mongo database and listens for API requests. And then this is okay. So for this week, we are working on the meals and water collections. So this is where we implemented the get routes to retrieve all the meals and the post routes to add a new meal to the database. So this is it to add a new database, and this is to update meal data that is already there. Maybe we just want to make like small corrections. This is the update meal. And then this is the delete. This helps us to delete a meal that we do no longer need. And gets this gets meals here. It gets all the whole meal data all at once. And this get single meal gets like a single meal data. Same with the water. Same with the water. So this get water intake gets all the whole water data, and then this get single gets a single water data with an ID. And this post and there. So I'm going to test this for us here in our REST clients. So here, I'm going to test the meals first in our REST clients. So here you can see it brings out the whole data. So like if I want to get a single data, like say I want to get this, I already copied the ID and I pasted it here already. So I'm just going to click and you see it's going to just bring the ID for eggs and then post. I want to post this new meal. The carbs, change the carbs. So I'm gonna send the request and it says meal created successfully. So I'm gonna go check it in the get all meals data. Okay. Okay, just gonna wait for it. So I'm gonna check it in the get all meals data, and then here we have it. This is it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is update a meal there. Let's say I want to update this. Let's say I want to say it's not dinner. Let's say it's breakfast. So I'm gonna send the request. As you can see, it's updated it already. So I'm still gonna go check it in the get all meal data. And there we have it. Where is it? Yeah, there we have it here. It says breakfast. So delete. Let's say I want to delete this because we have like two of it here. So I just want to take out one. So I'm gonna copy the ID and paste it right here. Paste and then send the request and it says meal deleted successfully. Now I'm gonna go cross check it in the get all data meals. And there we have it. It's no longer here. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the water. Yeah, open water and then yeah, you can see it brings out all the water intake data. And then I already got this ID and pasted it here. So I want to just bring out the single ID. So I'm going to click on it and you see it brings it out. And then next, I want to post this. Let's say I want to post this. So I had water quantity. I had 6 bottles on Sunday, 10 a.m. I don't know the tags. Soda during a family gathering and at home. So I'm going to send this and it says water intake created successfully. And then I'm going to send a request to get all water data. Okay, So it says water intake created successfully. I'm going to send a request to get all water data, and you see our newly added data. Now we have two of it. So the next thing I am going to do is like I want to update a data. Let's say I want to update this one. Okay, let's say I want to update this one. I want to say we had it at not the office. Let's say I want to say we had it at a restaurant. Okay, so I'm gonna update it. So this is water intake updated successfully. And I'm gonna send a request to get all data, and then we'll see that it's updated from office to a restaurant. So the next is the delete functionality. Delete function. Let's say I want to delete this because we have two here already. So I want to take out this. I'm gonna copy the ID and paste it in the delete function. And then send the request. And it says water intake deleted successfully. So I'm gonna go check it out. So here it says it's just one. So I want to test the validation. Let's say I want to like post this. I want to test the validation. I'm going to take out the date and I'm going to send a request. And see it says invalid value. That date is required. Okay. So yeah, our validation works. Our validation works. Let me test the mail also. Let me test the yeah. Let me test the put function. Take it out and then see it says invalid value satisfaction is required. So that works. So next thing we did was we created a swagger.json file. Yeah, so that we can store our API in the API doc, so we don't have to use the local host anymore. So we can store it in our render directly. So here, then after we added our inputs in the swagger.js and also in the so we we typed in swagger, then I typed it delete down. Then we typed in not swagger.js and then it's generated a swagger.js file. Then it's generated a swagger.json file. So we have it here. So here we have our render leak right here. So now we are going to test this swagger on the here. Okay. So now we're going to test the swagger in here. So here I have my render.com right here with the API docs and it opened it up. So now we're going to test all our data right here. So now, because we're working on meals and what's it this week, this is what we're going to be testing. So I'm going to test to get all meals. Let me open the folder. I'm going to test to get all meals. Okay. Try it out. Execute. And we can see it brings out all our meal data. So now we're going to test the post meal. Try it out. So I am going to execute this. And there we have it. Meal created successfully. Now I'm going to test this in my get all meals. I'm going to execute again. And then there we have our new meal here. The next thing I'm going to do is test the put function. Let me test to get meals by ID first. I want to test this. Toasted bread. So I'm going to copy the ID, copy, and paste. So there we have it. See, it brings out the ID. So there we have it. It brings out the meals for that particular ID. So now we're going to test the put function. And I'm going to try it out. And then I am going to copy this out. Say I want to like change this. Like I want to update this one because I made a mistake in the tags. So I'm going to update this. And then here we have our message. Now we're going to check it in the get all meals. So there we have it. Our data is updated. So next we're going to test the deletes. Okay, so which one do I want to take out? Let's say I want to take this out, ID, and paste it in the delete function. Try it out. Paste, execute, and there it brings a message, mail deleted successfully. Now I'm going to test it out in the get all mail to see if it's still there. So you see it's no longer there. I want to test this all out in our Mongo database. So I'm using the compass to access this. So I'm going to test it out, and then we will see that it's the same thing we have right there. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. So I'm going to test this out to see if it's the same thing we have right there. So scrolling down in the meals, as you can see, our rice, fried rice. So it means that all the changes we made is actually updating in our database. So next thing I'm going to do now is test the water intake. So now let's test the water. It basically functions the same way also, but I would like to test it out first. So you see we have our water data. Now let's test the post new water data. So now let's post this. So here it says water intake created successfully. Now I'm gonna test this and get all water. So you see, let's see our new water data. You see here we have it. It's right here. So now let's test the put. Let's say I want to change this. Let's say I want to update this. Copy it all, and then paste in the put water ID. Try it out. Okay. Let's say I want to update the text from I don't know to awesome. Let's say I want to update the type of water to S. So now I am gonna send it. Execute. And there it says water intake updated successfully. Now I'm gonna check it in and get all data. I'm gonna check it in and get all data. Where is the one we updated right now? So here we have it. You can see it says awesome and fully updated. So now, let's say I want to delete. Let's say I want to delete this one. But before I delete it, I want to check it out in the MongoDB compass. Check it out if it's right there in the MongoDB compass. So there we have it. You can see our new input right here. So that shows that everything actually works together. So now I want to delete this. I'm gonna copy it up and then paste it in the delete function. Try it out. Paste it up and then execute this. And in here, it says water intake deleted successfully. Now I want to check if this has been deleted. So now I'm gonna execute this water, get all water again. And then you see it's no longer here anymore. We don't have it here anymore. Now I want to test the get ID function. Paste it right here. So you see, it brings it out. It brings it all out. So in the next one, we are going to be finishing the remaining two collections and also adding an authenticator that will help users log in. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.